All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us enjoy the first forum titled Maximize Your Mind Power Through the Virtual World. For this, I would like to invite Mr. Wes Wong. Mr. Wes Wong.
Hi, good morning. Thank you, Ali. Really good morning to everyone here. And of course, this time we have many participants around the world. Got to see that some of you are from Indonesia. This is really exciting. And no doubt that I think the Festival of the Mind, the Mind and Stand Festival is one of the really exciting event every year that we get to gather the great minds around the world. And really thank you to the committee of MMLM, and of course to Dr. Ling as his vision to start the MMLM to help the Malaysian to explore the power of mind. And also, just now it's exciting to hear from Prof. Yu about the Industrial Revolution 4.0 and how it combines the brain and the STEM together. And also a very interesting story from Prof. Lee just now that talks about how he memorized the numbers, especially for his wife's date of birth. I think that's where I think we have two really great memory masters in Malaysia, Mr. Wong and Mr. Teo. If you want to learn how to memorize things, I think two of them are one of the best people you have to learn from. So first of all, let me introduce to you Mr. Wong, which I met a few years ago. Wong, do you mind to introduce yourself and what do you do and what's your background?
Hi, thanks for the organizer. So thanks for Wes for the introduction. So yeah, I would like to say hi to everyone. My name is Wong here. Basically, I'm a grandmaster of memory, and I got my title, from London, from the World Memory Championship Council, right? And for the past 8 years, I've been doing the training, to educate people, to teach people, how to use their, how to maximize their brain power. You see, so all of us have brain, right? Yeah, but a lot of us do not know how to use our brain. Yeah, that's where my expertise is, to help you to maximize your brain power, and also our focus for today. Yeah, nice to meet you.
And today we'll be in the virtual world, right? How do we utilize the virtual resources? That is awesome. Come, everyone, give a big round of applause to Wong. All right. And Kifu, yeah, Kifu. I haven't seen you for a long time physically, but it's good that we meet virtually here. So Kifu, please introduce yourself. You have a very strong profile.
Okay, thank you for organizer to organize a virtual platform to share the information to the public. Okay, so I am Mr. Teo Kim Fu. So I am the president of World Memory Sport Council for Malaysia. So I'm also the senior arbiter of Global Grand Final Memory Championships, and also the International Master of Memory certified by World Memory Sport Council in 2014. I got the title. So I'm also the MMLM Chief Arbiter for Chief Judge for Memory Competition. So very good morning to everyone. Welcome to join us in this forum. So I will believe you will get a lot of information from TRS. Thank you.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, that's a big round of applause to Kim Fu, Mr. Teo as well, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. In fact, Kim Fu talked about just now the one of the mind competition that hosted by MLM. That is something really exciting. Thanks to MMLM, that really I think it does bring out a lot of talents in Malaysia. So for those of you who are overseas and you want to know more about it, feel free to reach out to MMLM. Yeah. And yeah, I think let's start the forum today. As the topic says, maximize your brain power, the mind power through the virtual world. So, Wan Jun, yeah, Wong, what's your view on learning virtually? I mean, this whole year, the student, even ourselves, learn through virtual world. What's your view on learning virtually?
For me, the virtual things, it was quite new. Yeah, a lot of us do not really know this, but I think for the past 1 year plus, due to the pandemic, I think now it's become a new normal. So for me, technically, you don't have to go out to learn physically, right? So of course, there are advantages and also there are some disadvantages as well. But it's so convenient. You see the advantages like, you don't have to go out. You can just learn everywhere. You can use your mobile. You can use your laptop. A lot of things can be learned virtually. Right? There's no more point. You can learn from Malaysia. You can learn from the international. The worldwide. There's no limit. No more excuses for me. It's like learning, no more excuses. Those times.
I see.
Yeah, it's very hard to learn. We have to go out and look for the physical book or something outside. We have excuses. So when you get access to that, you can learn. Yeah.
If that's the case, does it mean that now we have no more excuses that we are not going to unleash our brain power?
Yes. See, there are a lot of people say, yeah, now cannot go out. Now that's why you cannot learn. But in fact, right, you can train and learn. You can train your brain at home as well. I think that's our key focus for today as well. You can train, you can train your brain at home. You don't have to go out. You see, yeah.
That's right. And, so are you going to share some tips with us later?
Yeah, I will keep for later.
Okay, that would be great. All right. Okay. Kifu, I understand that before the pandemic, you also did some the physical talks, physical training. So especially in the memory skills learning environment, what's the difference when we want to train memory skills in the virtual world compared to the physical world? Is there any difference?
Yes, it's because of the COVID-19 lockdown has result in training and schools shut all across the world. As a result of the job, that's mean online learning, digital virtual platform. In response to the significant change, my company has also worked hard to develop online memory training program last year. Actually, the main difference between the virtual world, that's online learning, and the physically offline learning is the location. So with offline learning, the participants are required to travel to the training center. With online learning, the training can be conducted from almost anywhere in the world. My online classes, there are students from Singapore, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Sabah, Sarawak, and other states, which the offline learning cannot be doing. So participants simply need to connect to the Wi-Fi from their home, workplace, or even their preference coffee shop. And another difference is the flexibility offered. Online learning usually has a more flexible timetable. Trainer can offer support via email or through online chat system like WhatsApp or WeChat. With offline learning, this is typically carried out between the training hours and does not offer as much flexibility to the learner or the trainer. However, with online learning, it is not easy to ensure attendees are paying attention to the training. In order to avoid students paying inattention, we need to ensure the PowerPoint slides are well structured. And I request my teacher keep asking questions to students during the class in order to know if students understand it well or misunderstanding in some parts. So the teacher can provide them a particular guidance. Because of memory skills are very technical study, a little misunderstanding can make a big difference in the memory and recall results.
Yeah, that's very true. I think one of the points that you bring out is about the attention. I think it's something like what Prof. Lee shared just now as well. When you really put attention into it, then that is a way for you to find out, and then you will memorize what you want. Yeah, that's really exciting. Yeah. So I guess in the virtual world, there's a lot of exciting development going, and also it depends how we adapt to it. But the root is that the learning cannot stop, right? The learning cannot stop. Everyone must keep on learning.
Yes.
We must keep on empowering the new generation, right? Yeah, that's a great introduction. I think the first sharing from two of you. Yeah. So everyone, let's give a big round of applause for them. The more exciting one is the next half an hour, right? We have in fact prepared something really exciting for you, right? Yeah. But one of the problem is that the attention, when, as Kim Fu shared just now, where we have the virtual world and the physical world, then they can see is that we cannot really see the students. We cannot really know whether they are doing the work or not. So I think that comes in something very important, is about how do you engage them and make the distance between the students and the teacher closer, so that not much gap. So the virtual world is like as close as to the physical world. And that's where something very exciting comes in. As I still remember Tun Dr. Ling, our chairman of MLM, he always shared that the language of the brain is pictures. So the pictures is very important. So that comes in another topic where we talk about the visualization. And we heard a lot about people talk about the visualization. How could we improve on visualization more?
Okay, I think basically visualization is is one of the key things in learning for me. Yeah, but a lot of people do not realize this. For people take out a book, they will just go at the book and just read up. Okay, then they will find like it's very hard to remember, right? It's very hard to remember, and also it's like you just read out word by word. And inside your brain already got nothing to go in. That's why a lot of people will say, from here to go in, this to go out. I would say, actually nothing to go in. Right?
Oh, nothing to go in.
Yes, you need to visualize it. Okay, you need to visualize what you have learned. Right?
Okay.
So you need to visualize it. Okay, you need to add in more pictures. Right? I think what Tony shares is correct. You need to add in more picture and visualize it so that you can remember it better and you can understand it better as well. So Wes, I do understand you are the human calculator, right?
Yeah.
So what about what can you share about something like what's the difference to learn mental calculation in virtual world? Yeah, is there any difference?
Yeah, of course. For us, by using the technology, we have transformed the learning mental calculation, and it makes it much more powerful now by using the technology. So we have successfully closed the gap between the physical world and the virtual world. So for example, the past year, we have created much more human calculators, and they are the very young, like age 5 to 8. But I guess it comes back to the visualization part as well, because when we do mental calculation, in fact, we are turning the numbers into the bits. In our case, it's called the Sora board. It's also like the bits. So what happens is that we are visualizing the numbers in a pictorial form. So it's in the pictures as well. So I guess that the visualization is very important. But you enlightened me just now, because you say that it's not about going in and then going out. It's about nothing going in. That is something very, very interesting. But it's true. If you don't turn it into a picture, there is nothing going in, right? Because the language of the brain is the pictures. Yeah. So that's really, really exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I do receive a lot of feedback. I do receive a lot of feedback, from audience, from parents, from even working executive. They keep saying that they can't remember. They find hard to remember. Actually, okay, yeah. I can share something on how our brain learns. You see, yeah. Yep. I think we start understanding that, right? Sometimes it's not that we don't put in hard work, but it's just that we don't put our hard work in a correct way. Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, please.
Right, our brain, our mind, I think in picture. Yep. Some people will argue and say, no, not really. Try. Okay, let's do an experiment. Let's do an experiment, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I say friend, okay, your best friend.
Yeah.
Okay, your best friend. What can you think of?
Wong and Kim Fu.
Some memory coming out, some break time, or some bad time, That's your best friend, You have a friend to accompany you. It's not something like, it's not the word that come out, the spelling like BEST, FRIENT. It's not the word that come out, but it's the picture. Yeah, so our mind think in picture.
Right. But what I thought is, just now when you asked that question, what I thought is, I thought of you two, and then the numbers come up. What does it mean?
The number, probably you see me, to memorize a number, is it? So, numbers, when I do the demonstration, yeah.
Yeah. The demonstration of like,
right? It's still picture, right? It's a scene, right? It's a scene that you see when I was doing the memorization, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Nice one. Yeah, that is really exciting. Yeah, the pictures. So the key is, let's turn our content into pictures, and then we can memorize and do the revision much more easier. Yeah.
But a lot of people will say, like, how to add in picture, you see, that's why we need visualization. Yeah, and we do this every day, but we just probably you don't realize, even when you are sleeping, when you're dreaming, picture coming up. So next time, if you want to, you cannot visualize, right? You can just close your eyes. Okay, you can just close your eyes and visualize it. Yeah. It will help you to visualize. Some people will say, if I open my eyes so big, right, so I cannot visualize. Yeah. So you can close your eye, then the picture will come out. It's a natural way for your brain to think. You see, your brain think in picture. Yeah.
That's true. But Kim Fu, when you train students on this kind of practice like visualization, what are the common challenges you face?
Oh, okay. So
what are the common challenges you face from the students? Would they say, "Oh, I cannot picture it. When I close my eyes, I want to sleep." Or what are the feedbacks?
Okay, usually we can visualize everything because the image is our main language, like an international language. So for the virtual world, the technical issue are the common challenge. So because the technical issue are sometimes used to happen in our virtual learning, so this will stop our student. But online learning is very dependent on the internet access, and the lagging will disturb student learning. Sometimes it might disconnect from a virtual learning platform due to the moment when the Wi-Fi connection is weak. So that's why sometimes students will stop for a while. Okay, but a slow and high internet connection can play an important role in how quickly students can attend the class and do not miss any live section. And sometimes the mic and webcam are not working well also, but luckily it only happens in the beginning time. After a few classes, we found the students look like they know how to manage it. But if it happens and confirm affect the learning process, like cannot visualize something, so we will arrange a link to send to a student after the class for review, so that student will not miss any part of the training section. So in order to get a better alert and prevent the technical issue, like they miss some part, we arrange a dual teacher in the virtual class. One is the main teacher who teach in the class, and another teacher play as a backup and observation role. Because sometimes the teacher might ignore something, and the backup teacher can be a good reminder to say something this one student cannot understand it. Okay, and other challenge will be the student keen on keep quiet. Okay, even though they don't understanding some parts, they cannot share the information. They are keen to keep quiet instead of asking about his or her questions. In terms of the passive accept it, we actively design some questions to ask students during the virtual class. From the question asking, we would be able to know which student do not understanding well or cannot virtual the image about the particular part of the skill. Okay, so I have a student who had attended a few classes from us with the physically learning, that's in offline learning. However, he would like to learn it faster. Okay, he did a lot of research from the Google on how to memorize a deck of playing cards with 52 cards in a deck, which has not yet taught by us. The outcome was he memorized the cards in a very heavy and difficult way, because the skill he found from the Google was not suitable to him. After we provide him a virtual session with the method and the more suitable method to him, he feel a huge difference. This case shows us that once the skills are applied wrongly, it won't be increased the memory much. On the other hand, it would be decreased. So the virtual image is actually very based on the skill and the knowledge. Yeah.
So you mean that it's also based on the our experience, our past experience.
Yes,
So
we will
the
based
life
on the past
experience. The
Yeah,
life
the life
experience.
experience. Then we will guide them how to take your image from your life experience to help you to increase your ability in the memory power.
That's a good point, I think. So my friends, what I think Kim Fu bring out a good point is the life experience actually will give you a much more vivid image in your imagination. So what happens is that next time, when especially this few weeks, if we are at home and if we are drinking our coffee or tea, make sure we feel it, because the experience is so important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also when you travel around in the future, take the important experience and memorize it, and that will give you a much more powerful imagination. Cool. Right.
Yeah.
That's a good, I think the good first, I think the intro for the forum, but the more exciting part is the next half, that we are going to explore how do we enhance our memory skills. I think that's what a lot of audience would like to know. I still remember the very first time that I started to know about memory skills. I started to know that's how powerful the brain is. It was during when I was in Utah at that time. I was still in year 2. I think year two. Then I went to the Festival of the Mind. I got to see, wow, that is so powerful. The brain can do so many amazing things. It's about whether we know how to unleash the power. So, and from there on, I'm very fascinated about memory, mental calculation, the brain skills. But there's something I'm really curious about. And today I have the chance to get to know from two of the very important, very best masters in Malaysia. So maybe Kim Fu first. Kim Fu, what would be your tips in developing memory skills at home now? This is the most important part. Yeah, because now we have a little bit more time at home. I think it's one of the golden time we can train our memory skills. So Kim Fu, could you enlighten me or the audience, how could we develop memory skills at home?
Okay, let me share you from few parts. Okay, yes, this is a
okay.
good way. Stay at home and join the online memory training class. Why I say so? Because a memory skill is a kind of skill-based knowledge. If you do not have enough skill knowledge, it would not be easy for you to train at home anytime, anyway. This is the first way that I suggest to you all. Second, okay, if you don't have any skill of memory techniques, do join our free talk tomorrow to get more idea about it at first.
Oh, so you have a talk tomorrow, is it?
Yes.
Sorry, yeah, I'm getting more excited.
yeah.
Okay.
So that you have a basic idea how the skill actually work. And what I can share with you here is that the core of the memory technique are based on picture, story, and the effect. When we do not get well in memorizing something, it is because you memorize the wording character alone. When you apply memory technique to turn it into a picture with colors, sensory, smell, taste, action, and link with the story, afterwards you will find that it will be easier to memorize compared with only wording character basics. In the memory of sportsman, that's a way to enrich our memory skill by watching movie or cartoons. This is because memory power rely on creative thinking, strong sensory, nice picture, unforgettable action, effect, and so on, that stimulate our right brain function. This can enrich the database of imagination, action, emotion, story, and so on. Therefore, you could find that watching a movie can be remembered longer than just read a book. Experiencing something by yourself will last longer than just listening to someone talking about his experience. This is because of the function of our right brain.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, and it connects back to what you shared just now about the life experience. The life experience would be the real life movie, so it will be same as like when we watch a movie. So my friends, the audience, so let's make your imagination vivid by using storytelling, logical connection or sometimes some very funny connection. So that's where you makes your learning much more fun. That is something really good to apply. Yeah. Then your when you do revision, it won't be so boring. Yeah, it's much more fun. Then you enjoy the process. But when it comes to the learning part, I understand that Wong also is the certified trainer for mind mapping, right? Am I right?
Yeah, yeah.
So do you mind to because in our in MMLN mind competitions, we also have a category on the mind mapping. And when I saw the contestant drew out the mind mapping, wow, that is awesome. Do you mind to share how mind mapping works, or how could the students or the audience apply, and could the workplace people also using it in the corporate world?
Yeah, sure, no problem. A lot of people might wondering, how mind map can actually help, help student in learning, or help working adult, in learning, or even in their in their career, how they can work, right? It will actually relate back to how our brain work, the function of our brain. So basically, our left brain, right? Basically, our left brain like words, process word, but our right brain, right? They like pictures, they like images, they like when we talk about pictures, right? Then it will go back to the visualizations, right? So the best thing about the mind map, right, is that they don't always use the word like what you say. Sometimes we are really hard to remember what you see. Okay, but we love to remember picture. You don't intend to remember, you will just remember, the picture will just come out, when you watch the cartoon, or you watch your favorite movie, you watch for 1 hour, probably after 1 week or even 1 month, you still can remember the whole story.
Very
but
true.
You may not, right? Am I right now? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But a lot of us, right, may not able to remember what we have just read, like this morning or yesterday, right? The books, the contents, we can't really remember. But the movie that we watched, right, last month, we still can remember. Why? Because of the picture thing, you see.
Yeah,
right,
pictures.
like pictures. Yeah, right. So when you see mind maps, right, actually you will see concept of all the pictures, and also it's like a sort of brainstorming, right? So when you are doing mind map, right, you engage your right brain to convert the things to pictures, and also to brainstorm, get more idea, to branch out more ideas, you see. Right. So you engage your right brain, right? That's why you can learn more effectively, and also when you use the mind map, right, you find yourself, right, suddenly you have more idea to come up, you are more creative. That's why it's a very good way for you to use the mind map to learn, okay, to think, to plan, or even to strategize, to remember. So the key concept is the picture.
That's a very good point instead, and you bring a good point. I think it connects back to our previous the previous sharing from two of you as well. In a way, since I talk about the left and right brain, that's the left brain will have the connection, and then the right brain is about the imagination, and then it comes back to like Gilfu shared just now about the storytelling. Is the storytelling, we have the pictures, and then we have the when you want to have a good storytelling, you must have a very good plot, right? Very good plot in developing the story, and that's where I think a little bit of the left brain comes in. That's where the producer write the script, the plot, everything. So I think over here, I still remember one thing is one of my a teacher that I learned from previously is called Mr. S.K. Tan, and he shared with me one thing. He said, what was the most precious asset that we have with us every day and in our life? What would be the most precious asset, the most valuable asset that we have? Wong and Kinfu, what do you think? Do you have any idea?
Basically, I would think would be your brain or your
Exactly.
memory. Yeah, whatever that happened. Yeah, that's how it built you, right? That's your experience.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why the brain is so precious. It's so powerful. We have one of the most powerful assets we have that we can use every day. Yeah. But how many brain do we have? Audience. How many brain do we have, audience? Yeah. How about Kim Fu? How many brain do we have?
Left and right.
Yeah, it divides to left and right. But actually, we have one brain. Right? We have one brain,
Yes.
but it divides to the left and right. Yeah. And in fact, the brain size is like this. If you make a fist with your left hand, with your right hand, and then you combine, that's your brain size, approximately. And they're so powerful.
Not very big, not very big.
Yeah, in fact, everyone, I mean the audience, you can try now. Use your left hand, you make a fist, right hand make a fist, and then you combine. And very small, right? It's very small, but it's very powerful. Yeah. And yeah, Wong, do you have any demonstration you can share? You want to share? If not,
Yeah,
we'll go to
I will share tips. Probably I will share. You know, a lot of people say, "Hey, our speaker here today keep talking about,
we talk too much.
Visualization can improve your memory, but how to do it, right? You know, we want to make it more practical, more lively, rather than talk about theory. Yeah. But what I will do, right? I will read out 5 words. Yeah. Then you can try to remember it. Okay. To make it quick.
5 words. 5 words.
Yeah,
okay, audience, remember, 5 words. So you don't write it down, audience. My friends, don't write it down.
Yes, correct. Use
Just
your brain to remember.
memorize.
Yeah, use your brain to remember. Don't write it down. Don't write it down. Okay, just try to remember. I will read it out. 5 words. Right? Are you ready? Okay, let's start. All right.
Let's start.
TV. Elephants. Pencil. Car. Soft drink. All right. So I think I have just read out 5 words. All right. Now, you can try to recall what you have just had for your breakfast. What did you add? After that, then you try to recall the 5 words. I purposely, want to confuse you a bit,
Oh.
Say, hey, well, able to remember, but after thinking about breakfast, now all gone already.
Yeah, I still remember the first one.
The TV, all right.
Yeah, the TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of us, right, may not able to remember, okay, especially when it comes to the words, you see. That's why I say our left brain might process word, but where it doesn't really engage our memory, right? So now what I'm trying to do, right, I will try to convert all these words, right, to pictures. Then we use our creativity or use our brain, right, to visualize it, okay? Try to come out a story, say for example, right, the first one is TV, okay, TV. Now you try to visualize, right, there's a TV in front of you. I know now what in front of you is the laptop or a handphone. Now you try to imagine, like, there's one TV in front of you, right in front of you, and the screen, right, you can see there's a big elephant, okay, there's an elephant there, okay, there's an elephant, big elephant, okay, and the elephant, right, using the pencil, okay, try to imagine. I know it's not logic, right? It's not something that it could never happen in your real life, right? How can an elephant use the pencil, right? Okay, now you try to imagine that elephant use the pencil to draw a car.
Yeah,
okay,
to draw a car. Okay.
Then you try to drive the car, okay, and the car, right, you don't fill with petrol, you fill with soft drink. No Coca-Cola 100 plus or whatsoever, you fill with the soft drink, not the petrol, not the petrol. You don't go for a petrol station, now you just put in soft drink, then you can jalan already, right?
Okay.
Try to visualize the whole things. We do it one more round. Right? Now, try to imagine there's a TV in front of you, okay, and the screen, okay, there's what on the screen? There's elephant on the screen. Using the pencil, okay, and using the pencil to draw, okay, the elephant actually use the pencil to draw what? Draw a car, and the car don't need petrol, okay. You just put soft drink, then the car can jalan already, can drive already, right?
All right.
Try to visualize it, okay. Now we try to recall, and I think you can try to recall, right? So when I talk about TV, what will be the next? You can imagine there's TV. What on the screen? Elephant, right? Elephant, right? Now you can see the elephant, right? The elephant holding something. What's that?
Wait, Wajid, wait. Okay, maybe audience, now you can put in the chat box.
I see something.
Put in the chat box. Then we can know whether the audience are getting it. That would be nice. Okay, yeah, continue, Manjit. Yeah.
All right. So now the elephant holding something, right? Try to recall it, try to visualize it, You see, the picture come out easily, If you want to remember by word, it's very hard, Now the picture come out, right? The elephant using the pencil to draw a car.
Car. Yeah.
Yeah. And the car we don't feel is petrol. What do we feel? Soft drink, Coca-Cola, or 100 plus, or whatever, Stasi, Yeah. Then now you can remember. Yeah, I can see a lot of audiences, they already put in, they already tap in. You see, now everyone has a quick memory, you see.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, this is amazing. That makes those, I mean, normal perception is memory is so tough. I need to memorize this or that. But from what you just demonstrated, it's so creative, so much fun. Yeah, like wow, now you see the audience putting in all the story already. Yeah, that is awesome. And then I think most likely we will remember this for 1 week.
Yes, correct. Yes. And a lot of us, I would actually think memories, to memorize things is so boring. Yeah, But in fact, it's not. In fact, it's not. If you use the correct way you use this way to remember things, right? You will find like first thing you will save your time, and it's fun, and yet you could remember.
Yeah, that's very true. But that Wong, then some of my memory space is already taken by you. So I'm going to remember this for 1 week.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Not to worry. Okay. Actually, the potential of our brain, right, is actually huge. All right. So you don't have to remember. You don't have to worry about. After I remember this, I cannot put in other things. Not to worry. You can remember many other things. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Great to know. I got something extra today. Yeah.
This way will make the once you memorize something, so it's more life. Okay, instead of you just read the words by many times. So and then when you recall, you will feel very difficult. But based on the virtual image, so you can feel that actually this is life. This is more meaningful. You can see the picture and the animals like elephant, how to move, and the pencil, how to draw the car, and the car can have animation. So actually, this is the actual way for us to get information, so that we can store longer time, so that we can apply it out. So actually, this is very important for our education or learning. Yeah. So what about
that's very true. Yes,
yeah, we'd like to share some tips on mental calculation with the education technology for our audience, so that we can get some also.
Sure. In fact, mental calculation is a very important foundation for the kids nowadays, especially for the STEM education nowadays. But for the young kids context, especially age 5 to 8, it is about their calculation ability. So mental calculation is one of the most effective and efficient way to pick up the calculation ability. And actually, with the technology nowadays, especially in the education technology, we have a very strong platform or very strong system that enhance the visualization of the kids. So we have successfully increased the effectiveness, the success rate to help the kids achieve the mental calculation ability. So it goes back to the visualization as well. With the technology nowadays, we can help the kids build a much more vivid imagination, vivid visualization, and then much more fun as well, because we have gamified the learning process. So of course, the more details, you can join my talk later at 2 p.m. I'm going to bring a few of the very happy kids to share with the audience what they can do and how they learn. It's very exciting. We have mixed the mental calculation learning, so much different, but so much fun nowadays. So it's in line with the STEM education and very important. Yeah. Thanks for asking me that. Yeah, Gimfu. That is something exciting to learn. Yeah. In fact, but mental calculation and memory a little bit different. For example, for memory, you can very quickly in 5 minutes, you can do the connection, you can do the visualization. But mental calculation would take a little bit longer time. It's the day-by-day hard work, and then the day-by-day learning, and then from there, the kids will get it slowly and gradually. So when the kids are doing mental calculation, actually, we don't memorize the numbers, but the images are moving in the brain through a process, and then we get the answer. Yeah. So it's a bit, sorry?
The abacus, right?
Yeah, abacus method is one of the best way. But Sora Touch is inspired by abacus, but the operation method is very different because it's using the exact. So it's inspired by abacus method, but then the operation method is very different. Yeah. So yeah, so I guess if a kid can achieve memory and also achieve mental calculation, this kid will have a very happy learning journey in his or her life, in the STEM subject, in other social science subject as well. Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally
Wow.
agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, it is exciting. I guess it comes to the last part of today. It's actually about the application. So from Prof. Yu sharing just now, he shares about it's very important nowadays how we apply our knowledge and create something, and a lot of cross-disciplinary industry is growing, and a lot of possibilities in the industry revolution 4.0. So Wanjin, when we talk about the brain power, the visualization, can you share some tips how we can make use of visualization and brain power and apply it in our life?
Yeah, of course. Right. So I think we can actually apply this in our daily life. I think Prof actually share how he remember the birthday. So basically what he did was to convert the number to something else that he knows. You see, yeah. So basically for me, I will convert the numbers to the pictures. Right, then you can remember the number better. Okay, then you can remember the number better. Right. So say for example, right, next time after this forum, when you go out, when someone read out the numbers or there's some numbers that you remember, right? So you can try to convert the number to the pictures, right? Say for example, when you see the number 1, okay, number 1, probably instead of remember it's a number 1, right? Probably I will see like the number 1 itself, right, is like a stick, right? So I use stick to represent the 1. Right, let's say for example number 8, instead of remember as number 8, right, probably it look like the spectacle, right? Yep. So I will use that to represent it, right? That's one of the way you can use in your daily life so that you can remember the picture better. So you see, after this learning forum, right, you find like you don't really need to bring a pencil, bring a pen out, but in fact you just need to bring your brain out. You see, a lot of things you can use your brain just to visualize it. Okay, and you remember better. All right.
Okay.
And probably I share you one more tips. I think a lot of people will say, they always forget where to put their key.
Yeah.
Where to put their key.
Yeah. Sometimes I do.
When they need to go out, right? They're rushing for something. No need to go out for work or something. Then they realize, alamak, where I put my key? Cannot find the key. I cannot go out.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So next time, what you can do, right? You can try to. When you put your key, right? Let's say, for example, right, you put your key on the coffee table. You can, you can visualize it. You can create a short story. Okay, you can create a short story. Say, for example, right? Now you try to imagine. You try to enlarge, in your use your creativity, right, to visualize the key, right, but not the small key, but a big key. It's a bigger key, right? So now you use the key, right, to hit the coffee table, to hit on the coffee table.
With the key broken.
Yeah, okay, to hit on the coffee table. So now when you need to go out, right, you cannot, you need to find your key, right? Then you suddenly remember, hey, where do I put my key? Then you suddenly remember, hey, I think I remember I used my key to hit something. What did I hit? Yeah, I hit on the coffee table. Then you know, yeah, I got my key, that's where I put my key. Then now I got my key from the coffee table.
Oh, yeah, that's a very good application.
Yeah, that's how you can train your brain at home, in daily time. That's how you can train your brain as well, right? So, of course, if you can do some vivid, if the image, right, is vivid, then it's even better for you to remember like what Wes has shared, right? So that's something that you practice at home. Yeah, that's something that you can do daily at home.
Like just now, I follow your imagination, and when it comes out, it's like, of course, a coffee table. But what makes me feel is that I feel like when I hit, I feel like jumping like that.
Now you have more sensation involved. You see, you have more sensation. Now you get the feel. You see, yeah.
Yeah, the feeling.
It helps you to remember as well. Yeah.
Like Prof shared just now, we are social human being. Wait, that's the feeling comes in. Yeah. True,
so next time, not only the key, no, probably you want to keep your what you call it, your password, no, and a lot of things, right, important things right now, you can use the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. How about Fu? How do we apply what you shared just now?
If like me, the key, if I put on the coffee table, so I will use the right brain and the left brain function. So when I put on the table, so I will look at the key on the coffee table. That will tell myself, remember, it's here. So I will use the image, our right brain, then I will tell myself, our left brain, the logic thinking, your key is here. Okay, that will be enough for me. Okay, because sometimes we forget something is because we put the key on the table, our eyesight maybe look at another place, so we did not see that. So once we want to we get the key, then where's the key? Because you have no image to help you to recall, so you will forget. So the best way is to look at the key and you tell yourself it's here. That would be one of the way for me. Yeah.
That's
and the
true.
effect is good. Effect is good. Just now you mentioned, okay, like you jump when the key.
I feel like
this is effect. So memory actually is the first picture, help you to remember, increase or remember. Okay, and the second is the story. If the story good enough, actually this is good. If you add in the effect, then that will be perfect.
That's very true. That's very true.
So info from you see, the tips that we have just shared, right? You'll find that you don't just improve your memory, you realize that actually you improve your attention level as well. You see, your attention level, your creativity, and all this come up, right, is how you can improve your brain power and to maximize your brain power. So it's really powerful. Yeah.
That's very true.
And sometimes when I park my car up my kind of shopping mall, the car park lot, so I see quite a lot of people that will get off the car, then take the handphone to take picture. Take what kind of picture? The pillar numbers. Okay. So for us, we will
sorry, keep going.
For us, we will say, hey, why you want to take the picture from the pillar numbers? Because maybe they want to see the picture back when they get the car. So actually, when we see the pillar, there's a 23 number, 2323. Okay, if there's a D, okay, so we will just make it visualize. D is like dog. Okay, 23. Okay, I will think 23 number were related to the Michael Jordan, the 23 number, the basketball. Okay. So I just the dog bite Michael Jordan beside my car, and that's all. So I don't need to take picture. I can save my data, my memory.
That is really exciting. Yeah. But I guess in 21st century, if we can utilize on the technology, in the same time we apply memory skills, I think it's good for our brain. It also makes our life much more efficient as well. So I guess the key is let's have both the technology and the brain power together. Then you will be a very powerful person. And Fu, anything you want to add about the application part for memory skills, or maybe you want to add on anything on mind mapping that Wong shared just now? Anything extra?
Yeah, sure. Okay, mind mapping also is one of the good way to increase the memory power. Okay, once you have learned how to create mind maps, you will be amazing at how easy you will get to understand information and how easy it can be write an essay, create a presentation, and more. Okay, so most students take notes in the traditional way, linear format to capture the information present to them in the class. Mind maps can be a much more effective note-taking method instead of transcribing what your teacher says. Okay, Maximise will force you to think actively about what you hear. Don't write full sentence. Stick to jot down the essential keywords and meaningful image. This way, you will save your time both during the lesson and afterward when you review your notes. And when you have a short story assignment and don't know where to start, okay, a mind map is a great way to brainstorm and outline the story you want to tell. You can reverse your mind map while writing so that your mind is free to be creative, not trying to remember all those details, feeling stuck. This mind map is a great example for everything you need to start your story. Actually, this is a very good way to how to apply the mind map in your daily life. Okay, if you would like to know more about the mind map, actually you may attend the mind map talk by Paul Chan on coming Wednesday at 10 a.m. So they have a basics idea how the mind map work, how the mind map apply on your many other aspects.
Cool. That'll be really great. But from yeah, I mean, back to the application part. From my side will be about the mental calculation and numeracy. I guess I think that it's important. Same to memory skills. Try to apply it in your daily life. So you can have some fun to just give your brain some exercise when you are driving. You see a car plate number there. Just randomly add up the numbers. Just do it. Give your brain some exercises so that your brain won't rely too much on calculator. But of course, we still use calculator. But on some occasion, try to take every opportunity to give your brain some exercise. That will be really great. Then from there, your sensitivity towards the numbers, towards the numeracy will be slowly increasing every day. So it gives you a much more higher number sense. That is something really good. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is really awesome. I have got so much from Wong and Gilfu. This is thank you to two of you, of course, to the audience as well. I hope that you all, the audience, have get much more thing. So maybe one last to conclude the forum today. Perhaps every panelist can give a last word or some advice to the audience, or for me also, so I can learn. And anything you want to add on the last word? Let's conclude the forum today. We start with maybe Wong.
Probably, I think now the world has changed, you see. So learning virtually is something that is a new norm. So I think we can't avoid. You can't say, oh, I don't want to, you have to adopt. Yeah? And in fact, right, it's a very good way for you to learn. And just I think we have shared something that not only IT, you can relate it to IT, and also even without going out, without using the IT, right, your brain itself, right, is an awesome tool, right? So you got to use it, okay? So use your brain power, use your visualization, use picture, add in more picture in your learning in the future. So I think it will help you, and I hope you enjoy the section and you get some tips from this section. Yeah.
Thank you, Wong. Thank you. Everyone give a big round of applause to Wong. Right? How about Gilfu? Yeah.
Okay, virtual learning is the current trend during the global pandemics. Instead of some people keep complaining about it, why don't we focus on how good it can benefit to us? At least this is the best way to protect students and teachers, and it could keep continuing learning without totally stop because of global pandemic. If you think it may harm your eyesight, some people will think that you can arrange a timetable for yourself to prevent or reduce it. Of course, you can choose to keep complaining or ignore learning by the virtual world, but don't forget, you may throw behind by others who have managed to get used to this new virtual world learning trend. So I would like to encourage everyone, okay, try to accept what happened right now, to think positive, so you will get something some people cannot get. So I hope you guys to enjoy this forum as well.
Thank you so much, Gilfu. Thank you. All right. From my side, just to conclude the forum, my side would be the world is moving into the Industrial Revolution 4.0. Of course, AI, big data, the automation, cloud computing, all are rising rapidly so fast now. And the numeracy skills, the sensitivity towards numbers are so important. So if you are parents, make sure you prepare your kids well for the coming trend by give them a strong foundation in STEM, especially in mathematics. And for those of you who are the teenagers or working adults, keep on learning, learn the new things, and go and learn the new things, adapt to it, grow yourself. The growth mindset is so important, and the future is much more brighter. We have a lot of opportunity coming along, so let's grab it. Yeah, and to end the forum, I would like to thank you, MMLM, Utah, the STEM Mind STEM Festival Committee. They have been working so hard to make this possible. We hope that the virtual forum today is something exciting for you, that you have learned something, especially now you stay at home. We hope that it gives you a lot of content for your brain. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you. Right. Okay. Yeah. Now I pass back to Ali, maybe. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Wes Wong, and
welcome.
I would like to thank to our panels as well, Mr. Wong Wan Jun and Mr. Teo Kim Fu, for the insightful and interesting discussion. So once again, let's give them a round of applause, everyone. All right, now I would like to invite everyone to turn on their camera again so we can have a group photo to commemorate this forum. So I would like to invite again everyone, let's turn on our camera so we can have one group photo to remember, to commemorate this forum. All right, we give some time for everyone. All right, we wait. I still see people coming in.
Wow, it's exciting to see all of you from around Malaysia and around the world, right?
Yes, true that.
Yeah.
All right, if everyone is ready, in 3, 2, 1, smile. All right, let's take one more. This time we do it freestyle. All right, in 3, 2, 1, freestyle. All right, great job, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember, don't forget to join us again at 2 p.m. later for the Numeracy with Smart Brain Power webinar, which will be conducted again by our beloved Malaysia human calculator, Mr. Wes Wong. So we'll see Mr. Wes Wong again later. So with that, once again, I would like to thank everyone for joining us today, for joining us now, and we will see you again at 2 p.m. So thank you, goodbye, and stay safe and healthy.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye. Thank you.